Right now, this morning, America says goodbye to Jimmy Carter. Mourners gather for the former president's funeral, a preview of the day's events, and a major recall on firearm sites. How this could affect your hunting season. That also coming up.
Plus, we have seasonal temperatures and a little snow on the way. I'll have more about your forecast coming up in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Thursday, January 9th, 2025. Getting ready for a little bit of snow today, you said.
Yeah, it comes in later on today, going into the afternoon into your evening commute for sure. So please be careful about that. Of course, temperatures are starting off a little bit warmer today. We started out when kids go to school this early morning, they're going to be looking at about 12 degrees out there, but it'll feel much colder on your skin. Let's carry out to how this all plays out here. Going into your forecast, near average temperatures expected, holding on to the possibility of light snow. Then we'll carry over as we continue on, holding on to at least that snow going into the afternoon and then moving into at least today and Friday. We'll see it possibly going into Friday around the 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock hour in the morning as well to your morning commute. Accumulating snow will also continue as we go into Sunday, going into Monday, and then eventually you're going to be seeing the possibility of about 1 to 4 inches of snow there. Today we're just looking at about a ½ inch or less. We'll go right back into it here. As you see, the current temperatures are at least 10 in Eau Claire, 14 degrees for La Crosse, but check this out as we put in the feels like temperature. It feels like 3 degrees in La Crosse right now. It feels like -1 in Eau Claire, so we have that wind chill with winds coming out of the south, not the north, coming out of the south and working their way upwards. You're going to be seeing that continue on as we go through the day today, and of course the snow is going to be coming out of the west, crossing the Mississippi as we get into the early afternoon to late afternoon. Current visibility not an issue for now, but once we get in the 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock hour, you're going to see visibilities begin to fall. This is when the snow is coming through the area as well, carrying over all the way into the overnight hours where you're going to see visibility drop for some. You'll also be picking up more of that moisture. It is on the way. Once it rolls in through, you can see it kind of slowly but surely heading towards Minneapolis. We'll have more about this coming up for you in just a moment. Please stick around.
Thank you, Art. Well, the nation is honoring the late former President Jimmy Carter today on what President Biden has declared a national day of mourning. The official state funeral for Carter will be held later this morning at the Washington National Cathedral, but he is still currently inside of the Capitol Rotunda. Yesterday, President-elect Trump and those wishing to pay their respects lined up by the hundreds outside of the snowy covered Capitol buildings.
And admired the way that he lived a very humble lifestyle as a president.
He obviously reached the highest office in the land, but then went on to still fight for causes he believed in and continue to try and serve the public.
Biden is expected to deliver a eulogy, and President-elect Donald Trump says he'll attend the service. The procession for Jimmy Carter expected to depart at 8 o'clock this morning ahead of his funeral at 9. After that, he'll be flown back to Georgia at 10:45 for a private funeral. That is set to begin at 2:45. Stick with News 8. We'll have coverage of the day's events on air and streaming on news8000.com. And at least 5 people have died in what's being considered the deadliest fire event in Los Angeles County history. New fires now erupting in the past 24 hours, pushing fire personnel to the brink. As some residents flee to safety, others are returning to find nothing left where their homes once stood. CBS's Danya Baucus has the latest from Los Angeles.
An apocalyptic scene in Southern California as thousands of acres burned from multiple brush fires. Wednesday evening, a new inferno erupted in the Hollywood Hills.
Our house, you can tell it's next, and we're getting out.
Area streets were once again gridlocked with new mandatory evacuation orders in effect for thousands more residents. The scope of damage already done is now visible for the Hernandez family who lost their home in the Eaton fire.
The only thing that's basically standing is the chimney. Yeah, now it's nothing.
This is an example of what's left of Altadena's business district. Building after building wiped out, some of them still smoldering. Hundreds of firefighters from all across the country have been working around the clock to try to contain the fire.
They're exhausted. We need those reinforcements coming in. They've done incredible work.
Kevin Pazarande and his family got out early from their Pacific Palisades neighborhood.
We've got our car. We've got our family. We are in no immediate personal, physical, financial threat.
Now they and so many others keep watch, hoping their home will be spared.
Devastating imagery there. And another big worry from the fires is looting. Police say that multiple people have already been arrested while trying to loot some of those evacuated homes. Among the evacuations, a La Crosse native, Melissa Michelson, she now lives in Hollywood Hills, spent the night watching black smoke creep closer to her home. Her neighborhood received evacuation orders yesterday as she worried about gridlock with hundreds of thousands trying to escape.
Traffic was backed up in the Palisades and they had to evacuate their vehicles because traffic was so backed up they had to flee on foot. So like if that happens here, then we're really screwed.
Officials say more than 1,000 homes are already destroyed. New details this morning in the New Lisbon triple murder. The manhunt for suspect Virgil Thu has brought in more than 172 tips. We're now hearing from one of the victims' families. News 8 Now's Allison Fergit shares that story.
I don't know how to live with this. It's hard, very hard.
Jerry and Pamela Sorensen are living every family's nightmare. Just before the new year, their 13-year-old Skyla was a victim in a triple homicide. They say she was a smart, bright girl who wasn't scared of anything and was just like her dad.
I love my daughter very much. I miss her. Nothing could ever replace her. She was everything to me. She was my Mickey Mouse.
Pamela says Skyla learned to cook from her biological mother. It was now passing on the lessons to her.
I loved it. It was fun. We did a lot of things together.
Jerry and Pamela say Skyla loved doing burnouts and riding horses at a nearby ranch.
I remember that memory with her. I'll always cherish that.
Skyla shared a special bond with her cousin Alex, who was another victim in the triple homicide.
Alex was a very smart, young lady that was going to grow up to be beautiful like her mother and her sisters.
Jerry says Skyla wanted to be there for her younger cousin, who was struggling with bullying.
Their lives were cut short, but you know what? At least they were together.
The Sorensens say people connected to Skyla easily, and she left a lasting impact on everyone she met.
I will miss my Mickey Mouse so much. I can't even imagine my life without you in it. You're the one that kept me going.
I will always love you, no matter what. You're up in heaven. We all got angels, baby, and they're mine.
Through an unthinkable tragedy, they're trying to hold on to the good.
We have the last memories of her in her bedroom, and no one taking that.
The Sorensens have a plea to Virgil Thu, the man who allegedly killed their daughter.
Give up. Come forward and pay your consequences. Will you be a man and tell somebody why? Please.
Allison Fergit, News 8 Now, this morning.
Right now, the Sorensens are planning Skyla's memorial. That's set for January 18th at the New Lisbon Community Center, but they don't have a working car. That's making things even harder for them. There is a GoFundMe set up to help with those memorial expenses. We have a link for you on our digital platforms for that. As tips pour in, authorities are asking the public to report unchecked structures in their search for Thu. Anyone with concerns over outbuildings, seasonal homes, and hunting blinds should contact the Juneau County Communications Center. That number's at your screen. A reminder from the county sheriff, Thu should be considered armed and dangerous. If you see him, don't approach him. Just call 911. The man accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend in 2020 pleaded no contest in a Chippewa County courtroom. 27-year-old Jose Dominguez Garcia entered that plea to first-degree reckless homicide. Prosecutors say the girlfriend told him she was seeing somebody else who was the father of her unborn child. While 2 charges were dropped, they can still be considered at sentencing. A Minnesota bank robbery suspect is behind bars this morning in Monroe County. Sheriff's officials arrested 51-year-old Corey Billstrom of Janesville outside of a home in Wilton. Investigators say he robbed a Bloomington bank Tuesday. Billstrom also had outstanding warrants from Wisconsin Corrections. He's now awaiting extradition back to Minnesota. 4 candidates are officially in the race for La Crosse Mayor. Shondell Washington Spivey, Ellie McClune, Vicki Markison, and Chris Kalo filed their paperwork ahead of the deadline earlier this week. Chris Stone submitted partial paperwork. The winner will replace Mayor Mitch Reynolds. He's not seeking re-election. The League of Women Voters is taking on proposed changes to Wisconsin's constitution. At a La Crosse meeting, they tackled Republican efforts to add voter ID requirements to the state constitution, though it's already law. The league says lawmakers are using these amendments to work around the governor's veto power.
The efforts to amend constitutions offers lots of opportunities to enshrine additional rights, but also to take away rights that were otherwise previously enshrined in the Constitution. And so it's really important for people to be paying attention to the opportunity to vote on their state constitutions.
Republicans are moving to put the amendment on the April ballot. The party put 5 amendments on the ballot last year. The Women's League pushed a no for all of them. Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Seven Rivers region is launching a 30 in 30 campaign. That initiative hopes to highlight the urgent need for new mentors. The nonprofit is looking to recruit 30 new mentors in the next 30 days. Mentors step in to help kids that may not have an adult role model at home.
Some of our kids have some challenges where they may not have those adults in their life that are able to nurture them and really help them grow in healthy ways. And so we have some great adults who recognize, how they want to contribute and give back and really spend time with youth and help them.
There are currently 40 kids on the waiting list. Students at La Crosse's State Road Elementary School cooking up some plans for the future. Yesterday, they hosted the State Road Soup event to share ideas on how to improve the school. In previous years, students pitched things like calming corners and building a book house. The project that receives the most votes wins $250 to get started.
They're doing a lot of things. They're working together to think of creative ideas. They're learning about community. They do public speaking. They did a lot of research for the project. There was math involved, writing skills. It was pretty much a little bit of everything.
This year's winning project is Celebration Supermarket, a store that'll offer gifts and cards for people unable to afford items for special occasions. The time now is 6:11. Still to come on your morning news, Delta is incorporating AI into its flights. We'll tell you how. Artificial intelligence, meanwhile, could pose a threat to your job, and a recall for a Red Dot firearm site. And a growing number of Americans report feeling trapped in their job. Find out why coming up in just a little bit.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Whether you're a gourmet cook or an aspiring foodie, we have something for your style and taste. See our selection of gourmet cookware, bakeware, and appliances. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
To everyone who's hungry for something special,
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice being greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious!
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
My moderate to severe Crohn's disease
and my ulcerative colitis symptoms kept me
out of the picture. Now there's Skyrizi.
I've got places to go and I'm feeling free. Control of my symptoms means everything to me. Control is everything to me.
And now I'm back in the picture.
Feel significant symptom relief at 4 weeks with Skyrizi. Skyrizi is proven to help deliver remission.
And help visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year.
Don't use if allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's or UC.
Ready to get back in the picture? Ask your gastroenterologist how to take control of your Crohn's or UC with Skyrizi.
Control is everything to me.
AbbVie could help you save.
What will you find at Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique? Everything you need and more. See our selection of Polish pottery, cookware, olive oils and vinegar, and our gadget wall. Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Tell them Peyton sent you.
All right, snow is on the way. It's still working its way towards western Minnesota, and as that happens, we'll be seeing this as we get deeper into the latter portion of your afternoon for us here, going into your evening commute where most of that snow is going to be on the ground. In fact, for kids that are going to home for the day at 3 o'clock, they may be in snow as they're tracking home from the bus stop. All right, that being said, let's take a look as we get into it here. Let me just move this along just a little bit here, and you're going to be seeing the possibility of kids going to school for lacrosse, though. Starting out at 12 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Feels colder out there right now. It feels like it's about 2 degrees out there currently, believe it or not. Holding on to heading for home for the kids there. 28 degrees expected under cloudy skies for lacrosse. There's going to be light snow chance, but if you take it over to Eau Claire, you've got 12 degrees to start the early morning. It'll feel much colder on your skin right now as well. Holding on to heading home, though, from school, 26 degrees, but you'll probably be in the snow, as you can see, with a light snow chance by 3 p.m. Current temperatures for you, though, feels like it's 10 to 11 degrees right now from Eau Claire to Ladysmith. Feels like 14 in La Crosse, Winona at 12. You're getting down to Viroqua at 10. Look at the difference in temperature here. Yeah, it feels like 3 degrees in La Crosse right now. Feels like -1 in Eau Claire. So now you understand the wind chill that's going to happen for kids going to school today and coming home. That being said, we'll also be seeing a look ahead. As you can see, the 8-day forecast, I should say, or 8-hour forecast going in for much of the area for today for La Crosse. Increasing clouds through the day with snow on the way by the time we get in the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour for you. We'll also see the same for Eau Claire, but you're going to get it a lot sooner, possibly 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, all the way into 8 o'clock and beyond. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day.
Delta Airlines is turning to artificial intelligence to make what it says flying the friendly skies a little bit easier. It's a tool called Delta Concierge, located within the app. Launching this year, the AI-powered service will guide travelers where to drop off their luggage, as well as the location of their gates. It can also notify you about possible visa requirements and if your passport is about to expire. In other AI news, artificial intelligence could pose a threat to your job. According to a survey from the World Economic Forum, 41% of employers will cut their staff levels in favor of automation by 2030. Nearly 80% of large companies said that they will reskill and upskill workers to work alongside AI over the next 5 years. Among the jobs expected to see the biggest declines in employment, executive secretaries, payroll clerks, and postal service clerks. A major recall on firearm sites. Sig Sauer is pulling 230,000 Romeo 5 red dot sights because their button cell batteries lack required child-resistant packaging. If swallowed, these batteries can be deadly. Owners should contact Sig Sauer for a free recall kit. Are you feeling stuck in your job? Well, you're not alone if so. A growing number of workers are ready for a change, citing pay and work-life balance. But in this uncertain job market, making that move isn't easy. Brian Abel shows us how to tackle your job search in 2025.
Many workers across the country are feeling a little stuck.
Employees are feeling overworked, undervalued, underpaid.
According to Gallup polling released in December, people are looking for new jobs at the highest rates in nearly a decade. But in a cooling labor market, along with a low unemployment rate, there's fear those opportunities may not be there.
The time between jobs for people to find a job after they lose a job is pretty high. It's 23.7 weeks on average. And that's a pretty scary number.
Gallup refers to this shift as the Great Detachment, and it's causing frustration for employers too.
18% of people in their latest report are actually engaged at work. So that means you've got 82% of your people as an employer who are saying, not feeling it.
If you're not feeling it and ready to make a move, you can simply start by talking to the people you know.
Reach out to that network to identify people that they know who would be in a position to give advice, to make introductions.
And don't rely on one-click job applications with the same resume each time to land you that dream position.
Tailor the resume that you're sending in so that it uses the keywords that are in the job description.
That was Look at Your Consumer News. We'll send it over to Art now for a look at your forecast.
All right, I'm going to take it back over to here, and I want to show you what's going on. Take a look here as we go into your forecast. You're looking at near average temperatures expected today, and we're going to increase the temperatures as we go through the next few days as well, holding on to upper 20s to the lower 30s. Light snow is in your forecast today, as I've mentioned already now, around the late afternoon going into your evening commute, and that's going to be snow for your day continuing on all the way into the morning, possibly for your morning commute coming in for Friday for some folks as well. Take a look right now. It is not an issue as far as snow is concerned this early morning, nor is it an issue for fog at all either. You're going to be seeing, again, as you get into Menominee, you're looking here, there's their forecast right now, at least is pretty good for this morning's commute as well. You're seeing 11 degrees out there, but it feels much colder on your skin. Current visibility, again, not an issue for us this early morning. However, you're going to be getting into the 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock hour for this evening as that system moves through with the snow in our forecast. Visibilities drop. Look at 1 mile of visibility for Eau Claire, carrying over all the way into areas by Sparta as well. Black River Falls, visibility begins to drop. Even Eau Claire and La Crosse, I should say, drops down a bit quickly as we go through a couple of hours, and then out of it goes by the time we get in the 1 o'clock hour. The snow comes through as we go through today, and it gets out of the way, holding on to that going into a Monday as well. So Sunday and Monday, we've got more snow coming into the forecast, and we should be done with that by Tuesday. Highs for the day, we're looking at least from 24 for Medford all the way up to Ladysmith at 25, 30 degrees for Trempealeau. Eau Claire is about 25. We'll see La Crosse around, say, 28 degrees, possibly to 29 degrees as we get into your forecast. We'll also be seeing the snow is trying to work its way across Minnesota, and as it does, eventually crosses the Mississippi, we'll get into about the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock hour, holding on to that snow, hanging all the way from the north, extending down to the south as well. La Crosse is in that for your evening commute as it continues on all the way to the 6 o'clock hour, strengthening a bit before it begins to break down going into the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour. You've seen it by Eau Claire, continuing on. Most of the bulk of it is now up to the northeast, but you're going to see some flurries popping into the picture down to the south by La Crosse as we finish out going into tomorrow morning. That being said, we'll hold on to at least a half an inch or less. We'll carry over into Friday with temperatures from 23 degrees all the way up to 24 and then down to about 32 degrees for your forecast tomorrow. We'll also be seeing some cloudy skies in the morning, but giving way to at least some sunshine to finish out the day. Temperatures are going to be pretty much around 27 to 28 to upper 20s, upper to lower 30s for the day today. You're going to get up to Eau Claire, which you're going to be seeing. They're going to be possibly in the snow as well as we finish out the day. Once again, you're going to see the snow coming in for Sunday going into Monday. You're going to be seeing that continue on all day Sunday and getting into Monday. Eventually, that's going to lighten up a bit and then continue on possibly to the north into Tuesday in the morning. That being said, as we take a look at your next 8 days, you're going to hold on to conditions like this: 27 to 29 degrees with increasing temperatures, 80% chance of snow on Sunday. Temperatures begin to fall going into Monday with a 30% chance of overnight snow, and then we'll get into drier conditions for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday with the possibility of about a 30% chance of snow returning for Friday.
And coming up, we are looking at a surge in senior care calls after the holidays. We'll tell you why this time of year is seeing such an increase.
Coming up in the Blitz, an important matchup in the WIAC men's basketball standings, plus the nominees for the latest News 8 play of the week. We're back in a moment.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Purchase a minimum of 25 pounds of 90% lean ground beef for $5.79 per pound or 85% lean for $5.39 per pound. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Beware of getting mortgage information and mortgage rates online. I get a lot of home buyers that get their mortgage information online or get a pre-approval letter from a computer. I can tell you that talking to someone with over 30 years of experience, that everyone's situation is different, and sticking to a lender that has my experience is important to your financial future.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Guys, what are the chances you can fix this?
It shouldn't be too difficult.
So like 1 in 100?
Fellas, I can fix this.
Like 1 in a million?
I can do it.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yes.
G and T, yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Bad back? Get Good Feet with the personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store. Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks. Good Feet, good life. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality local meat. Now's the time to stock up with our winter freezer filler bundle. Call and order yours today. Eat healthy. Shop local at your Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
You earn trust by making a commitment and sticking to it and serving this community all day, every day. We work hard for this trust and love telling your local stories because we, like you, expect more.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Welcome to the Blitz. A big-time matchup in the WIAC men's basketball standings last night at Mitchell Hall. Number 1 ranked Platteville, number 14 ranked UW La Crosse, jockeying for some early season positioning in conference play. Eagles haven't beaten the Pioneers at home since February of 2021. Tight game throughout. Off the handoff here, it's lefty Sam Grieger with the smooth stroke from downtown. WL down 1. Then the visitors start to get the hot hand from downtown as well, specifically Ben Probst. Pump fake, flyby, bottom. Next possession, hand down, man down for Probst as Platteville goes up 5. UWL then would respond. Toma grad Dustin DeRusso gets the bump and the bucket, and you gotta show off the work in the gym. Not much later, another strong take to the cup by Will Furman. Gets a chance at the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Eagles down 2, but there's a reason the Pioneers are number 1. Miles Hettinger with the big-time jam. UWL struggles from the charity stripe and the free throw line, and they drop this one 83-75. All right, now let's check out some of the best plays from the last week around the area. We begin on the ice. Fun matchup a couple nights ago between Onalaska La Crosse and the Avalanche. Great finish by Liam Branson off a fantastic feed from Grayson Andel. The Avs would prevail 6-3 in this one, but a great team play from the home side right there. Next up, a clash at the past weekend. Some wrestling action. Holman needing a pin to get the team win against Hastings, and you ask for it, and Josie Collins delivers. Doesn't get much more clutch than that right there, and a tiara-worthy performance indeed. For number 3, a good win for the Sparta ladies last week against GET. Lily Seifert dialing up a step-back jack, and that is catching nothing but the bottom of the net. The Spartans went on to win this one by 23. Coming up at number 4, rivalry game back on Monday between Spring Grove and Houston. Take a gander at the fancy footwork from Morgan Roeder of the Hurricanes. Looks even better in slow motion. Houston won this one in overtime. And number 5, already play of the week nominee back in the fall for football, but couldn't leave out the jam from Broden Steiner in the Battle of Wilson Street last week against Luther. Anna took that one by 23. So there are your choices for this week. To cast your vote, head to news8000.com. Under the sports tab, click on Play of the Week. Pick your favorite and spread the word. Voting is live right now, and it closes on Friday at 5. Always fun to see those plays. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
When I'm out in public and people ask me, like, how's the car business and how's Dahl to work for? And I'm a proud team member of Dahl Automotive. Been here 29 years, and I send all my friends and family here, so obviously I know that they're going to be taken care of. And that's why I love working at Dahl Automotive.
It's the January clearance event at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's where you'll find incredible savings on closeouts, floor samples, and overstocks. Sofas from Flexsteel and Smith Brothers, casual dining from John Thomas and Cannondale, bedrooms by Canal Dover and Daniels Amish, and the area's best selection of quality leather from Stressless and Lazy Boy. It's all in stock, ready for immediate delivery, and all at real savings. Hurry in for the best selection during the January clearance. It's on now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
So that no matter what mess you brought into this church today, no matter what addiction and what struggle, no matter how many times you've doubted God or questioned God, that because of Jesus Christ, God's not holding it over your head. Instead, there is this amazing grace, there is this unconditional love that you and I can say, God doesn't just put up with us. God loves us.
Join Pastor Mike Novotny each Sunday. Watch Time of Grace on Channel 8, WKBT.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Attention! If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 715-469-6907. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 715-469-6907. Again, that's 715-469-6907.
My reputation is that people know I'm here for them, but I'm not going to guide them to the car that's going to make me the most money. I'm going to guide them to the car that best meets their needs, and they know I'm going to be fair with them. And that's why you should shop Dow Automotive.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
In your morning medical news, we're into the second week of 2025, and with the holidays now behind us, some experts say they see an increase in families calling with concerns about an aging loved one. Mandy Gaither explains why and has more on what you can do if a senior you know needs help.
The fireworks have faded and a new year has begun. But if you're starting 2025 with concern over a senior in your life, you're not alone.
And you realize when you see them in person that maybe their clinical condition has deteriorated or declined and they may need more help in the home or they may be having more issues than you were aware of.
Geriatrician Dr. Jennifer Woodward with Northwestern Medicine says because of that, there's often an increase in calls for senior care after the holidays. She says the first thing to do is have a conversation with your aging loved one and lay out concrete examples of your specific health and safety concerns.
I've noticed that you're not as steady when you're walking. You have a lot of steps in the house. I'm really concerned about you falling.
Woodward says to then go over different care options or things you can do to help. She says most seniors will be concerned about losing independence, so keep that in mind as you talk to them.
Focusing on you want them to stay independent. You want to help keep them in their home or keep them safe. Focusing more on what you can do to keep them doing as much and functioning as well as they can, as long as they can, but just bringing in some additional help.
If your senior needs more help than that, Woodward says to talk to their primary care doctor who can connect them to geriatric care specialists. She also says a local agency on aging is a good resource to transition them to further care.
I often find a lot of my patients who are not doing well in their home environment really thrive once they move into an assisted living environment.
Dr. Woodward says some red flags that an aging senior may need extra care include if they're having trouble with their medications, whether their medicine is disorganized, or if you're finding old pill bottles or pills on the ground. Meanwhile, back at home, emergency rooms busier than ever at Gunderson Health System. The La Crosse Hospital hit a record last year, treating 189,000 patients. That's 7,000 more than the year before. Now officials say expansion could be on the horizon.
Number one strategic priorities in the Gunderson region for next year is access to primary care. So we are continuing to evolve. We're continuing to make sure we have the right amount of providers in the right places, in the right communities, and expanding services in all the communities we serve.
2025 is expected to be even busier. They project patient volumes in both urgent and emergent care will go up. The Medical Reserve Corps needs more volunteers in the La Crosse area. The group trains community members to help during public health emergencies. They're looking for people ready to respond when our community needs them most.
It gives people an opportunity to help us build resilience in our communities. So when there is a bad thing happening, people can step forward with some confidence. They know where to get information, where to get resources, and they have the skills then to help assist in those particular situations.
Volunteers don't need healthcare backgrounds. If you are interested, you can register online. We have a link for that on our digital platforms. A new gym is set to open its doors very soon, and it is the first of its kind here in the Coulee region. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall explains.
Since 2018, Star Center has hoped to open their own gym designed for people with disabilities. Next month, that hope is becoming reality. Gary Hauglin has Parkinson's disease. For him, going to a regular gym can be challenging.
You feel embarrassed if you're tremoring or you don't feel that.
Soon, a gym for people like Gary will be opening. The Star Center, a nonprofit offering therapeutic and adaptive programs, is opening the fitness center next month for people with disabilities. Located on La Crosse Street, it will be the first adaptive gym in the Coulee region.
We're opening it to really address a need that people who have disabilities or an impairment to physical activity really aren't able to invest in their own personal health. We know if people are physically active, they have reduced medical problems.
Winterstein has been trying to get the gym open since 2016, but the COVID-19 pandemic pushed its development back. In the meantime, the nonprofit rented out space in places like Central High School to help its 100 participants exercise. Currently, the new gym is fully constructed, but just needs to be filled with equipment. Once it's ready to go, they will have more programs and longer hours.
The new facility will allow us to double the number of specialized exercise programs we can offer, and we will also be open from 7:30 in the morning to 7 o'clock at night. And currently we only offer 3 hours a day.
For folks in wheelchairs, the equipment will be more accessible.
Our goal is to modify those exercise programs to allow them to be able to participate and be active.
The gym officially opens February 3rd, and they will be hosting an open house on January 25th. Reporting in La Crosse, Jeremy Wall, News 8 Now.
People can start signing up for memberships. If you're interested, you can start doing that on January 20th. We'll have a link on our digital platforms so that you can do that. Now we'll send it over to News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett. He has a look at our Thursday morning commute.
All right, and away we go, holding on to the winds coming out of the south right now. They continue to move up. They're a little light right now. In some cases, probably up to 10 miles per hour for some locations. You're seeing snow already starting to work its way, getting closer to Minnesota, and we'll keep an eye on that. But as we go through this early morning right now, the winds, as you can see, from calm all the way up to about 8 to 9 miles per hour, in some cases to 12 as you get into areas by Preston. The current temperature is holding on to 10 to 12 as you go from Eau Claire to Ladysmith. You're going to be seeing La Crosse at 14 degrees right now, and of course 1 degree in Sparta, -1 in Black River Falls. But take a look at this. Once you get into the feels like temperature, it feels like it's -1 degree in areas by Eau Claire. It also feels like it's 3 degrees in La Crosse, and of course down by Sparta, that's not any different than what I just showed you. Viroqua is at -3. So it is colder out there on your skin, even though our temperatures are nearing seasonal average temperatures. And in fact, we get into it, the snow will be on its way. You can see some of it stretching out, trying to get into Minnesota. We're holding on to La Crosse for kids going to school today. You're looking at 12 degrees for the start, much cooler on your skin, as well as a light snow chance on the way. Eau Claire has 12 degrees as well by the 7 o'clock hour, getting into light snow by 3 o'clock into the forecast with temperatures around 12 degrees. Take a look as you go into La Crosse as you go through the day. Snows are appearing around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, going into the 8 o'clock hour through your evening commute. And of course, you're going to see Eau Claire doing that a little bit sooner, about 3 o'clock, all the way into the 8 o'clock and beyond. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day. Coming up in our Buzz Report, we have the Critics' Choice Awards, and that's being postponed due to the California wildfires. Man, oh man, I hope folks are going to be okay. We'll have more of those details coming up for you in just a moment.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelry is going out of business and closing their doors forever. Saturday, January 11th at 1 p.m. Save up to 81% off. Lowest prices on all fine jewelry store-wide. Don't miss your chance to save big at Holton's. Hurry in.
Attention business owners. Start 2025 confidently with Your Choice Roofing, your trusted partner for commercial roofing solutions. Our expert craftsmanship and premium materials ensure a roof that stands the test of time. Don't wait. Our schedule is filling up fast. Get ahead of the rush and secure your spot now to protect your building and your bottom line. Visit yourchoiceroofing.com today to get started.
An epic weekend of ice fishing along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin at the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery, January 30th through February 2nd. A tradition that started in 1950, the Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery is celebrating a milestone year with live music, great food, a ton of fun, and a chance to win prizes all weekend long. Learn more and register for the 75th Annual Prairie du Chien Ice Fishery at prairieduchien.org.
There's obviously a lot of different health issues related to untreated hearing loss. Hearing loss can affect tinnitus, depression, isolation, heart health, cognitive decline, hypertension, diabetes, osteoporosis, safety and balance. The point is, you're never too old to do something.
Better Hearing Center, 11th and Main, Onalaska, next to St. Pat's Church.
If you take or have taken Humira for moderate to severe Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis and still have symptoms, you don't have to settle. Ask your gastroenterologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you. It's one of the latest treatments from the makers of Humira. Rinvoq works differently than Humira and may help. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can deliver rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission, and helps visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events. Infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Rapid symptom relief and lasting steroid-free remission are possible with Rinvoq. Ask your gastroenterologist if switching to Rinvoq is right for you. You could pay as little as $0 per month.
After 41 years of serving the Winona community, Holton's Jewelry is going out of business and closing their doors forever. Saturday, January 11th at 1 p.m. Save up to 81% off. Lowest prices on all fine jewelry store-wide. Don't miss your chance to save big at Holton's. Hurry in.
All right, and away we go with your local weather here. Near average temperatures today with increasing temperatures, upper 20s going into at least the 30s. In fact, we'll hold on to some light snow in the forecast as well as we go to today, going into tomorrow, possibly into the morning commute tomorrow as well. So that means there could be a little iciness on the roadways for the tomorrow. City Cam, we pick up not much happening out there. No fog at all. In fact, you take it over to Warren's here. You're looking at 4 degrees right there. It feels like it's 3 degrees out there. And the roadways look pretty good as well for now. So the fog fog, as I mentioned, not an issue as we carry over to how this all looks for you. But later on today, as that system starts to move through with that snow, well, you've seen by 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, visibility start to lower going through your evening commute. Once we finish the evening commute, you're seeing at least other locations tracking from the central all the way to the eastern portion of our forecast starting to get in that fog, or at least low visibilities. You're going to see temperatures today holding on to the 20s to the low 30s widespread, and you'll pick up 27 for La Crosse for the high today. Eau Claire about 25 degrees. We'll see these clouds start to roll in as we go through the 7 o'clock hour. Snow is already now, by the time we get in the 10 o'clock hour, into Minnesota, and it starts to spread closer to the Mississippi River. Eventually by 1 o'clock, by the time we get in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, snow has crossed the Mississippi and has moved into the area for your afternoon commute into your evening commute. As that happens, we'll see it kind of lift up, at least ramp up by 5 to about 7 o'clock in the evening hours, and then it starts to break apart by 8 o'clock. We'll go into it in the overnight, or at least into the 9 o'clock hour. You'll see some of that snow still lingering in some locations, and then possibly continue on as we go into tomorrow morning. As far as snow is concerned on the ground, we're looking at a ½ inch or less for today. Tomorrow we get into temperatures again with the middle 20s all the way to at least the low 30s in the forecast. We're holding on to some cloud cover in the morning, giving way to sunshine into the afternoon. Highs, as you can see as we go through the day, looking like this across the board, mostly stacked around 27 to 31 degrees. It's a short thermometer across the board for everybody. Some locations in partly cloudy skies. Then we'll see some clouds. You go up to the north, getting into partly to possibly mostly cloudy skies as we finish out, increasing the clouds for the day. How about Sunday, though? That's our next batch of snow coming in. Saturday night at about 10 o'clock going into Sunday, all day Sunday, 4 a.m. all the way to the 10 o'clock a.m. hour. You're going to see that really start to ramp up and carry over all the way into the evening and overnight hours. And as that continues all the way into going into Monday, that could last mostly up to the north, getting into at least Tuesday early morning. There's a look at the snow and the forecast for you, at least getting up to about 2 to 4 inches of snow. In some cases for us down to the central zone, we're looking at least 1 to 2 inches of snow in your forecast there. That being said, let's take a look at your 8-day forecast, getting into how this all plays out. And away we go with temperatures in the 20s, increasing to the 30s, 80% chance of snow on the forecast, getting into 30% chance for Monday. Temperatures drop down to 10 degrees as we finish out for Monday afternoon, with 13 to 32 degrees to finish out the remainder of the week.
In our Morning Buzz report, lawyers for Jay-Z are trying again to get a judge to dismiss the sexual assault lawsuit against him. It comes after several inconsistencies in the accuser's timeline and allegations came to light. In the lawsuit, a Jane Doe accuses Jay-Z of raping her when she was 13 after the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. Jay-Z vehemently denying the allegation. The accuser's attorney said last month their client remains adamant that she told the truth to the best of her memory. This is Jay-Z's second attempt to get the lawsuit thrown out. Another awards show has been postponed. The Critics' Choice Awards reportedly been pushed back 2 weeks to January 26th. The ceremony is held in Santa Monica, just a few miles from the out-of-control Palisades fire, already the most destructive in Los Angeles County history.
It's your basic game of tic-tac-toe. You win by getting 3 squares in a row. I will ask the celeb a question, and you have to decide if the celebs are giving you the right answer or if they are just bluffing. The player with the most money will play our bonus round for a shot at $25,000.
And the classic game show Hollywood Squares returns to TV, this time on CBS, with a fresh look and roster of celebrity guests. Award-winning actress and talk show host Drew Barrymore serves as the center square, while CBS Morning's Nate Burleson hosts the show. It kicks off with appearances by Tyra Banks, Drew Carey, and others on back-to-back episodes tonight.
Betty and West is a mistake.
I have no choice.
A mother and son fleeing from their past face cruelty in the American West in the new drama American Primeval. Taylor Kitsch and Betty Gilpin star in the miniseries, where in 1857 civilization and civilized are 2 different words entirely. One goal matters: survival. That starts streaming on Netflix today. That might be something you're interested in. Art, what do you think? What's
No,
the
I'm more
little-
interested in Drew Barrymore and Tyra Banks
on
fools.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Squares. All right, yeah. That good to see that coming back. I remember watching that show as a kid.
It was fun.
Hollywood
Yeah.
Squares, yes. Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, how about Roger? He's turning 80 years old today. He loves to spend time with his wife, Ellen, and his great-grandkids. I should say kids and grandkids.
Yes, happy birthday, Roger. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
Yeah, that's right. So upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
When we sit down with the customer, we're going to present the options. I want to be completely upfront and honest. I want to present every option to the best of my ability, and I want that customer, at the end of the day, to make the decision for themselves for what's right for them.
Wow, Forest Berry Fudge is amazing. Mmm, this is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
It's Hy-Vee's one-day sale. One day only, Friday, January 10th. Stock up on Hy-Vee macaroni and cheese, 3 for just $1. And Campbell's Chunky Soup, 4 for $5. Jack's Pizza, 4 for $10. Boneless top loin pork chops, 5 for just $4. Sara Lee Honey Wheat Bread, just $1.99. 7-Up, just $2.99. We've packed this sale with savings so you can pack your pantry for less. Save in-store and online during the one-day sale. Friday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Owning a food truck was my dream, but my back and leg pain made every day a struggle. Then my personalized arch support system from the Good Feet store got me back in the picture.
Clinically proven to provide significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm back to being the best version of myself.
Get back in the picture. The Good Feet store. Book your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
It's that time of year. The chill is in the air. Are your floors freezing? Warm up your home with carpet from Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. We've got the coziest, most durable carpet for your home. Come in and check out our color options, styles, and patterns. We're happy to help you find just what you need to make your home warm and cozy. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
When I'm done, cleaned up, and I take the customer down there, I go through it all with them and explain how the equipment operates, show them how the bypass operates, how to set the clock, how the unit actually backwashes, pulls brine, how a water softener actually works.
What is a hero? Not the kind from comic books and movies, saving the day. We're talking about everyday heroes, those with a special kind of courage or ability, those saving the day, one person at a time. News 8 Now wants to find those heroes and thank them for bettering our community. Go to news8000.com, click on Features, then Hometown Heroes to nominate someone you feel is truly a hometown hero.
Welcome back. It is 6:52. Time for your morning news now. Former President Jimmy Carter will be honored today with a state funeral at the Washington National Cathedral. President Biden expected to eulogize. Carter will be laid to rest after a hometown funeral in Plains, Georgia. Carter died more than a week ago at age 100. And the procession expected to depart at 8 o'clock this morning ahead of his funeral at 9. After that, he'll be flown back to Georgia for a private funeral this afternoon. A wildfire in the Hollywood Hills of Los Angeles, adding to the chaos sweeping across Los Angeles County. Fires are raging through Pacific Palisades and around several inland communities. Countless homes, businesses, and cars have been destroyed in the out-of-control fires, with also learning this morning of multiple deaths. And the manhunt continues for a Juneau County triple homicide suspect, with more than 170 tips reported. Family members are remembering one of the victims, Skyla Sorensen, as a fearless teen who loved cooking, horses, and helping others.
I will miss my Mickey Mouse so much. I can't even imagine my life without you in it. You're the one that kept me going.
Oh, I always loved you, no matter what. You're up in heaven. We all got angels, baby, and they're mine.
The Sorensens have a plea to Virgil Thu, the man who allegedly killed their daughter. They're asking him to come forward and face the consequences. As those tips pour in, authorities are asking the public to report any unchecked structures in their search for Thu. Anyone with concerns over outbuildings, seasonal homes, and hunting blinds should contact the Juneau County Communications Center, that number on your screen. A reminder that officials do consider Thu armed and dangerous, so don't approach him. If you see him, just call 911. An alleged distracting driving case heads to court today in La Crosse County. 40-year-old Megan Urch will be arraigned this afternoon. She's charged with homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle, accused of hitting and killing 83-year-old Arlene Wozni last September. Police say Wozni was crossing Main Street in Onalaska when she was struck. Court records show Urch was allegedly looking at her phone at the time. 4 candidates are officially in the race for La Crosse mayor. Shondell Washington Spivey, Ellie McClune, Vicki Markison, and Chris Kalo filed their paperwork ahead of the deadline earlier this week. The winner of the election will replace Mayor Mitch Reynolds. He's not seeking re-election. A new gym is set to open its doors soon, the first of its kind here in the Coulee region. The Star Center is a nonprofit offering therapeutic and adaptive programs. It's opening a fitness center next month for people with disabilities. Located on La Crosse Street, it'll be the first adaptive gym in the Coulee region.
We are opening it to really address a need that people who have disabilities or an impairment to physical activity really aren't able to invest in their own personal health. We know if people are physically active, they have reduced medical problems.
The gym will open February 3rd, and it's hosting an open house January 25th.
All right. Take a look at your skin right here. Take a look at what's going on at the graphic right here, all in that turquoise right there. Well, that's at least an inch to about 2 inches of snow right there. We're not going to get that. We'll get about a half an inch or less. That's for snow for today going into tomorrow. Once we get into Sunday and Monday, though, we could see up to 2 to 4 inches of snow up to the north, and in the central portion and southern portion of our area, we could see at least 1 to maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow in our forecast. So as we get into it, increasing temperatures today going all the way into Sunday, 80% chance of snow coming in for Sunday into Monday with a 30% chance into your morning commute. Temperatures drop down to 10 degrees for the high for Monday, then 13 for Tuesday, with temperatures on the increase from 23 to 32 degrees above seasonal averages into Thursday.
All right, well, aerials from a helicopter flying over the UK caught the moment someone used a wakeboard to surf on a flooded country road on Monday as he was pulled by a car wading through. Britain was hit with more rain and flooding as severe weather disrupted road and rail travel and forced airports to temporarily close. Yeah, so I guess what are you going to do, right, when everything else is closed? No, but that's dangerous.
That can be a little dangerous, but I've also seen kids on the street during a big storm up in Santa Cruz Mountains. They were boogie boarding on the street.
Oh my gosh. I mean, it's funny looking. It's a great story, but we cannot condone that kind of behavior, can we?
Sure we can. Get out and enjoy it. Have a wonderful day.
Yes, enjoy the snow, right? Enjoy the snow.
Yes, ma'am. More snow coming for you over the weekend, though.
Yes, and we'll have another update on that for you when we see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Thursday.